Hey there fellow nerds, welcome to Nerdy News. With the release of Ant-Man, many people have had the chance to watch and enjoy the Marvel hit. If any of you are fans of end credit scenes, then this is the video for you. But please remember, this contains spoilers, so if you haven't watched the movie, please leave now, unless you want to be spoiled. Still here? Okay, let's start with the mid-credit sequence. It starts with Hope Van Dyne and Hank Pym in the lab. It then leads to Hank taking Hope towards some area she never saw before. The next thing we know is that it leads to a prototype of the Wasp suit that Hank and Janet, the original Wasp, were working on before unfortunately she died. Hank then says how he thinks it's time they finished working on it so he can give it to her. Hope replies with the same thing that pretty much all of us said. It's about damn time. So we know for sure we will get Wasp in future Marvel movies. It was actually recently talked about that due to Ant-Man appearing in Captain America Civil War, it was also going to feature Wasp's debut. However, Kevin Feige said they scrapped the idea, but he said he has plans for her and she would definitely be in Phase 3, most likely the two-part Avengers Infinity Wars movie. Now on to the final end credit scene. It starts when we see Bucky / Winter Soldier stuck in some kind of vice in a warehouse. It then leads to Captain America and Falcon finding him, both of which, clueless of what to do, end up hinting at a certain someone. The conversation was something along the lines of Falcon asking what to do, with Cap replying, "Let's call Tony," and Falcon immediately says, "He won't believe us." Out of solutions, Falcon adds, "I know a guy," hinting Ant-Man's return for Captain America Civil War. Although this scene has nothing to do with Ant-Man, other than a small hint, it is rumoured that the scene was actual footage from the movie. Tell us what you guys think of the end credits in the comments. Today's question of the day is, when do you think Wasp will make her debut into the MCU? You have been watching Nerdy News. Goodbye for now.